All right, we're back again. This is a recap for Friday. It is now Sunday. Market opens tomorrow morning, so let's go over a trade real quick that we took Friday, and then let's go over tomorrow. What we can look for tomorrow. Get all this out the way, right? So obviously, first thing I see, right? First thing I see, squeezing. All right. What else do we have here? Oh, we're not going over that yet. We're gonna go over the trade recap for Friday. All right. So we have market open. Gap up. I was looking for a long. I caught this long right here. I was aiming for these highs over here. Obviously, as you can see, I got hoed, right? So I ended up taking off runners though. You gotta secure profits, right? So took off some runners, or not runners. Took off half my position here, and I actually let half my position run, right? What did I do wrong? I broke a couple rules on Friday, and that is why I went from red to green, right? So I actually took the trade on the 3 minute. Um, I grabbed this entry right here is my CISD. We had our inverse, correct? Inverse. Grabbed the EMAs. Had our inverse. We got our CISD, our entry, right? And all we were aiming for was these highs. That would have been my whole position gone. Now, this is what you don't want to do, right? I had 0 DTEs, 221 calls. I had 0 DTEs, so this move right here was plenty, right? I was up 80, 90%, almost 100%. And I was in pretty heavy. I think I grabbed about 20 contracts, right? So that's, I think the contracts were, I don't remember exactly, right? But let's keep going. Let's keep moving on. So this is what happened, right? When we follow our rules, this is what protects our money every time, right? It was kind of tricky though, right? As you can see, we did come back to the EMAs. We were trying to go higher, but right. Let's go down to lower time frame. Let's make sure we are following all of our rules, and we will maintain profits for the day, right? So this is where I should have been out here. My entire position, regardless of how I felt, regardless of what the markets did. As soon as we get below that EMA, I don't care if I mean, look, we came back, tapped it. This is inverse though, right? So now we're inversing this to go lower, right? And what do? We inverse to go lower, grab more liquidity. Guarantee you on Monday, tomorrow, we're probably going to make a move higher. Hopefully, I'm expecting it, right? Go take out these highs, have a great day. But it could always go the other way too, right? We have a lot of news this week, so let's keep that in mind. Let me pull up the news real quick so we can all see what we have tomorrow. Monday, no news, right? Tuesday, CPI. Wednesday, nothing much. Thursday, is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday we do have more news, 7:30 a.m. But yeah, a lot of news this week, right? So we will be looking for big moves, 1,000% plays, right? Um, so like I said, I had about 20 contracts. I scaled 10 here. It was greed, right? What happened was greed. So in reality, I should have been aiming at this high, right? Because this is the most recent high we made. So I should have been trimming here, as we're making this new high. But we were about 20 cents away from my TP. So I held half my position, right? And I actually was okay with losing on Friday. It might sound weird, right? But I was actually okay with losing Friday. Why? Because I was up the entire week. Yes, it would have been great to have 5 days straight, green days. But I was risking a little more, you know, to hopefully make a little more. But overall, we ended green, so that's all that matters, right? So, as I said, I was holding my position. Um, I was holding those 10 more contracts, bro, all the way to gap. I knew we were gonna have a gap bounce, right? Why? Because if we look at the chart, right? What are we doing, right? What are we doing on the higher time frame chart? So we made a low, a new high, a low, a new high, a new high, a low, consolidation, consolidation, a new high, a new low, right? And a high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Right? Simple, right? Higher time frame is bullish, right? So let's look for longs. Okay. So I ended up also playing this right here, the gap bounce, like I mentioned. We had swept into the gap, and this is where things started going south, right? So like I mentioned, I had held 10 contracts. I was just letting them run. Whatever happened, happened, right? I was letting them run. I added here. Why? Because it's a high probability setup for me, right? And it did hit, and I was up another 100% right here, but guess what I didn't do again? Well, I scaled some out, but I didn't scale out my entire thing. And what did I not do again? I didn't follow my rules again, right? So we had this candle close below. We had this candle close below over here, right here, and I did not take my runners. Why, right? You ask yourself every time, why? Why did I not do this? It's simple. You're just greedy. You just asking. You just want more. You want more. You want more. In reality, this was an A+ setup, especially taking out this high here, right? But it was unfortunate. All I really wanted was this right here, right? I just wanted to take out this high here. But, you know, it's okay. It's okay. But this is two very good trades. I still ended it, like I said, I could have been done trading at 9:30. I mean 9 o'clock, 9:15, you know. But instead, I was looking at the charts all fucking day, you know, fucking wondering when it's gonna hit 221.70. This is why, you know, you follow your rules, etc. Right? Because if it wanted to do it, it would have done it, right? If it wanted to, it would have, you know. So, but yeah, let's go over what I'll be looking at tomorrow. Let's go IWM. Start off right 4 hour. This just looks insanely bullish, bro. If you don't see this being bullish, bro, you're kind of cooked, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But let's mark our inside, right? Let's mark our 4 hour inside bar. This could pay big tomorrow, so you guys watch this. This play right here can pay very, very well. Something like that, right? But besides that, we got our 4 hour inside bar marked out. Let's go down to the 1 hour, right? Let's find a higher time frame. We could say confluences, relevant areas, you know, stuff like that, you know. So obviously we have a 1 hour fair value gap here. Tapped into it already. All right, let's mark the fibs out. All right, so you got. So technically from this low down here, we still haven't tapped back into premium, right? So news this week could potentially, I mean, Monday open up. I mean, you never know, right? So we won't say, we're not trying to predict nothing or anything, but what the market gives to you is what you take. But yeah, this is just a bunch of consolidation, you know. I think it's a consolidation for a move higher, you know, but that's for the markets to tell us. But yeah, I'll be looking at this. Obviously, we have this big relevant zone here. We have this big relevant fair value gap here that I would like price to seek almost immediately on Monday. Yeah, I honestly think we'll go tap that tomorrow. But you know, anything can happen. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon's flagging. I've already been charting this shit out. I'm gonna catch this up to the gap fill. Uh, yes, this is a very nice play. What do we have? Why do I have it marked out right? Let's check it out. Obviously, we got a 4-hour inside bar. We're not gonna mark this high. It's too far. So, um, I guess we could. We'll just mark this high, right? If we take this high, mark this low. If we take this low, right? Let's mark our stuff. Let me put on some music real quick while we doing, while we getting ready. Google went bonkers. I was watching that Friday, but instead I was trading IWM. Nvidia looks good. SoFi, Plantier, fucking Apple, bro. Fucking Apple, bro. I don't want to look at that right now. And MP. This is the next Palantir, bro. This is the next. Yeah, just remember it. MP, right? Remember that shit. Don't ever forget about MP. But yeah, obviously, you know, we are coming up to highs. Ah, man, I really wanted that high to be taken out Friday, but it's okay. It's okay. The only reason it's making me bug out, right? Why? Because I knew if I had followed my rules, I would have been green for the entire week. But like I said, I kind of got into the, you know, I kind of put it in my head, yeah, this is going to happen. But it can very much happen still. But the problem is I had 0 DTE contracts. That was the whole problem, right? So the contract expired at the end of the day no matter what. So you got to keep that in mind when you buy 0 DTEs. And I was telling, I didn't call this out for the Discord. I wanted to trade by myself on Friday. Why? Because I was kind of in that mode of, I was just kind of in that mode. I mean, you just got to know what I'm talking about to know what I'm talking about. But, um, but yeah, this looks very good still. I think extended hours may move up a little bit. But I also want to go over, on my last trade recap, I went over IWM and I told you that we have this huge bearish zone right here. This is huge sell-off. And I said literally in my video that we're most likely not going to go grab this high immediately, right? It's going to take a little bit of time, right? And I should listen to myself, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not the high I was targeting. I was targeting this high, but still, right? Candle close below EMA right here. Boom, you're out. Boom. That's it. Simple. I would have been green for the day. Boom, I would have took this trade, cashed out even more, and then I would have been up even more for the day. You know what I'm saying? But instead, I turned red. Turned red on the day. Lost a little $300, whatever, you know. But I just wanted to go over why, you know, why I lost money on Friday. It's simple. Follow the rules. Follow your strategy every single time. Do not change a thing, and it will work. I promise you, it will work. Yeah, Amazon looks good. Amazon, Google. Man, fuck Apple, bro. Ridiculous shit, bro. Alright, bro. That was my trade recap for Friday. I think the 8th. Yeah, Friday the 8th. And then a little watch list for tomorrow. If you got any questions, like, comment, subscribe. I'll be in Discord anytime if you got any questions regarding trading anything. But yeah, appreciate it, gang, and I'll catch you tomorrow.